Hawaiian poetry is so sophisticated that we're still unlocking the pieces that hold traditional poetry together. And even though modern composition often carries all the same kinds of special sophisticated poetic tools, they do it almost without being aware. It's by mimicking and trying to follow the traditional poetry that was handed down. The ethnomusicologists, the outside experts that tried to describe Hawaiian poetry, missed much of what really held it together. Hawaiian poetry never rhymes. With the language that every word ends in one of 5 vowels, that was seen as rather childlike and unimportant. So the rhymes are by the links within the lines of poetry. The end of a line will link to the next line by a shared sound. Either it'll repeat the sound of a word or a shared meaning or opposition of meaning. There's sophisticated links that hold one line to the next.
You have to give us an example, Puakea.
Oh, there's so many. There's ko alao nau nei anei ho'olale mai ana evalea puaku me o. Yeah, to be able to use the last word of one line, evalea, to open up the next line, evalea, and link the two together. It's a form of rhyming. That one was recognized by outside experts, by English-speaking experts, because it's apparent. But other ones that wouldn't be so apparent in the same poem, in the same piece. This is a piece by Johnny Almeida. A later line in the same piece, Ka'ano ia ku'upu uwai, and then it opens up with Kahali'a kaha upu ka'iini. They don't sound the same, but they reflect the same shared meaning. So it's the same kind of link that a repeated word would give, but it's a repeated concept. In addition to the sophisticated word placement links, or word choice links, then being able to use the multiple meanings of words, you can give a literal interpretation of poetry, or a literal meaning that's readily apparent, and then to be able to couch other meanings within, other whole images are being brought to bear, so that a chant that talks about kipahulu, but uses only particular points of the land or particular rains for the meanings of their names, for the textures or qualities of that topography, gives a whole second set of images. Because Hawaiian poetry, it's not so specific and detailed in its word choices or in its the imagery that it's presenting. It paints pictures, so it'll give an overlaying picture but bring in an underlying picture, and it can do that 2 and 3 and 4 levels deep, depending on the sophistication of the poet.